Okay, so I'm back for like a couple of hours, maybe 2.5 hours maximum. Um, we got a bunch of stuff to cover here in 2.5 hours. Mainly, I want to focus on Stadia. I want to talk about Cyberpunk Stadia. Also, I want to talk about the Ubisoft Plus and how awesome it is that now Ubisoft Plus it's implemented with Stadia. And this also it's a good news because Stadia could easily do this. Whatever subscription you have, even EA Access, which will be coming in next year, you can link your accounts with Stadia, and you can use them, um, which is pretty cool. On top of the pro subscription games that you have, and on top of the games that you purchased, I would say this is probably your best time to jump into Stadia. I already got my extra Premier Edition. They sent it to me, even though I was late, but because I spoke to them. Listen, I can't say nothing bad about Google. They gave me $45 gift card. They gave me 3 months for free. They even replied to me yesterday on the Twitter, and they send a Premier Edition for free. They send it to me. It's arriving sometime, I don't know, this week. So now I can play Stadia anywhere in my house, whatever I go, cell phone, whatever, tablet, iOS device. Stadia has really proved a lot of people wrong, and this is why I backed them up in November of last year, November, when everybody was calling it dead on arrival, rest in peace, from these Joe Jackers. I call them Joe Jackers who talk out of their hairy ass. The ones. I don't need to advertise them. You know who they are. They're like in your face every single time you turn on your YouTube app. They show up. They're like cockroaches. They're coming out from some holes. I don't know how many holes they have. They always pop up on your YouTube page. Very annoying. And you know who they are. I'm not gonna advertise them here. You know who they are. And these are the same people who were backlashing, talking shit about Stadia, saying that Chromecast Ultra it's overheating, when in fact it's not true. It was not overheating. I still have the same Chromecast Ultra for 13 months since November 25th. That's when Phil Harrison highlighted my tweet, and that tweet it's still there on Phil Harrison's Twitter page. I don't know Phil Harrison personally, so please guys stop asking me to contact him. I don't know him personally. Phil Spencer knows him personally, but I don't know Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer doesn't like me. I know he doesn't like me because I've seen it on the Twitter, the way he removed some of my tweets. Uh, hey Phil, man, I'm just trying to give you some tough love. That's all, man. I'm not trying to be on your case. I'm just trying to give you some tough love. But I don't know Phil Harrison personally. Okay, Jade Raymond. I actually exchanged a couple of tweets with her, with Jade Raymond, but I haven't really spoke to her. She's busy. She's married. She got other things she's doing. She travels here and there. She's in Canada, but I don't know her personally. So please, guys, stop asking me to get in touch with these individuals. I don't know them personally. Okay. Hey, how you doing, Brendan? I like how you keep changing your name. Keep them trolls on their toes, right? Keep the trolls on the toes. Guys, I was gonna turn on my camera to show you my sexy, sexy body and my sexy face, but unfortunately, I can't do that because my camera broke down. My C930, my C930 camera broke down. Logitech. I think it's time for me to upgrade to a 4K Logitech camera. I'm gonna get some Christmas money, and I'm gonna get myself if I can, if the scalpers don't scalpler at first. I think I might be able to get one. So, did you get your Ubisoft and Stadia today? You did. You're getting Luna controller coming today. Awesome. I need to get my Luna controller as well because it is a Wi-Fi controller. Look, man, I'm very happy with Google Stadia and Luna. Mamba says I need to jump into GeForce Now. GeForce Now has actually moved up a little bit. My three main sources of cloud gaming, you know, people are asking me what do I prefer when it comes to cloud gaming. I do use xCloud here and there, but the xCloud, it's only on the phone, certain phones, so it's kind of limited. xCloud, it's limited, and that kind of bothers me that it's limited. The whole idea of the cloud, Phil Spencer, is not to be limited, okay? But I still use it here and there. But my main cloud sources are obviously Google Stadia, Amazon Luna, Shadow, PlayStation Now, once in a while, PlayStation Now, but just the bit rate and the resolution, 720p, it's just, PlayStation Now, come on. You got to do better than that. Sony, you got to do better than that. But I would say Google Stadia and Luna currently. I do use my Shadow. I do jump into Shadow from time to time, but I'm really waiting for Shadow to give me the infinite RTX Titan 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. Guys, RTX Titan, I want you just I want you to imagine if I was able to bring you such a beautiful clarity of Cyberpunk 2077 on my PC, and my PC cost me arm and leg. Imagine what I'm going to be able to do. I want you to imagine the kind of insanity I'm going to be able to do with RTX Titan and 32 gigabytes of DDR4 Corsair Vengeance RAM. I just want you to think about that. With Shadow Infinite, man, I'm just going to be rocking and rolling. So, can't wait for that. I don't even know if I'm going to need PlayStation 5 to be... I mean, I'm going to get it because there's some exclusives. And I want to test. It's a good contributor to the YouTube. Obviously, I'm going to get it in April. And I'm going to use my tax return money from IRS. IRS is paying for it. You hear that, JT? Just a troll. I'm winning. You're losing. I'm using taxpayers' money. Which, well, it's our money. But it's my tax return money that I earned. So I'm going to use tax return money, which is something that everyone should do. Why should you spend your hard-earned cash? Why don't you let government pay for that PlayStation 5? Why don't you let government pay for that X Series X? Because you're going to get your tax return. I don't care if it's 500 or 600 or 400. You can add that money, that tax return money that they're giving back to you. Whatever you owe to them, there's going to be a percentage that goes to the internal revenue, right? And then there's going to be a certain cut that goes back to you. So if you do your taxes early, you can use that tax return money, right? And have IRS pay for it, hypothetically speaking. I mean, you're still paying for it, but they're giving you the money. And you're using the IRS money, your tax return money, to pay for it. And that's my plan. That's what I'm waiting for. And in April, I'm going to have it. I already know my future. I don't have to think about, oh, what I'm going to do this, what I'm going to do that tomorrow, the next day. I already know what I got to do. I'm always ahead of the curve. I know. That's why I didn't bother trying to jump into Best Buy today. That's why I didn't bother trying to go through that nonsense and waste my time through that nonsense. Trying to secure a PlayStation 5 through Best Buy. Meet me at the curb. No, you're not going to meet anybody at the curb. You're not getting that PlayStation 5. I mean, curb. At the curb next to the Best Buy. Bunch of horseshit, man. It really shows when I talk about people being sheeps. I prove it every single time. I can prove my point every single day. You can hit the dislikes every single day if you want. It doesn't matter to me. I still get paid. But I can prove my point 365 days a year that you guys are sheeps. And there's nothing you can do about it because it's in your genes. It's in your DNA. Okay? It's like addict. You're addicted. You're brainwashed. There's nothing you can do about it. And I already know that. It's not your fault. It's just the way you were born, the way you were indoctrinated, the way you were brainwashed by your parents and parents by their parents through generations. You need somebody to worship. You need a messiah. You need a leader. You need someone to tell you what to do. You need someone to tell you how to eat, how to sleep. You need somebody. You need a poster. I don't need that. I don't suffer from that. I don't need anybody to tell me anything. Thank you, AHJ the Beast. I really appreciate it, man. You shouldn't, honestly, AHJ. If you want to listen to somebody, listen to me, because you know that I'm not in business of BS. Even though I could be the greatest actor on this planet, but I'm not into this to take advantage of people. I don't burn people, even though I get tired of people. I like people in short bursts. I don't like people in constant, in my face type of a thing. But believe it or not, I like people. But in short bursts, I like people. I don't like people 24/7, every day in my face. But I'll give you the advice. AHJ, I'll be honest with you 100%. AHJ the Beast, the only way, listen to me, the only way for you to secure PlayStation 5 or let's say Xbox Series X, you gotta have connections. And I assume that you don't have connections because you're struggling to buy it. What do I mean by connections? Connections means you know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy that works at the retailer who is a manager who knows a district manager, and they know exactly when the truck's coming in with the stock of PlayStation 5. And that district manager can hold one for you. And that district manager can ask you to come in, go in the back, do a transaction, and walk out with a some kind of brown black bag covered that PlayStation 5, and you walking out of there from the customer service. That's the one way of getting it. If you have connections, how do I know this? Because I know this. I know people who did this. I know people who are doing this. I know people who have connections, and they're bragging it to me. And I told them, don't brag to me. I don't care. But that's like the only way you're getting one. Now, there's a blind luck, but I wouldn't bet my money on some blind luck. You're going to be waiting forever on a blind luck. I never put anything on luck. I don't bet my money on luck. That's something that just happens once in a lifetime. So what's the sure thing? The best way for you to secure PlayStation 5. It's April. Around April 15th. After the April 15th. Get your tax return money. Do your taxes early. Go to the H&R Block. Or you can do it yourself. TurboTax. Make sure you do it correct. Get your tax return money. Direct deposit it. And use the tax return money and buy that PlayStation 5. That $550. But the only way you're going to be able to do that, it's April. What I mean April? April, that means you'll be able to walk into GameStop. You'll be able to walk into Walmart, Target, Best Buy. And the demand is not going to be that high for the PlayStation 5. You'll be able to walk in. You'll be able to get one. So April... late April 15th, around there somewhere, is your best bet to secure PlayStation 5. Right now, the only way you can get one is if you have connections. But I can tell that you don't have that kind of connection. I know people who do, and fine, good for them. Whippity doopity do, right? Who cares? But if you don't have any connections, there's just no way in hell that you're gonna be able to get one. I'm just being 100% with you. And thank you for that $4.99. Thank you for that $5, man. I really appreciate that. I'm just trying to keep it legit here, guys. I'm trying to keep it real for you. Apparently, some people don't like that. People like to smell their own fart, you know. But me, I want to keep it real. You know what's funny? Somebody's gonna be analyzing my YouTube video 10 years from now, when I finally, you know, move on and that's it. Go into my whatever retirement, whatever the hell that is. Someone's gonna analyze my YouTube channel. Someone's gonna go through all my 5,000, 6,000, whatever, 6,000, 7,000 videos in the future, and they're gonna analyze my YouTube channel, and they're gonna say, "Damn it, this guy was right. Yes, he was tough love, harsh. Yes, sometimes he blows up, he gets angry, but he was telling the truth. He was giving people the 100% correct advice, and nobody listened." Thank you, AHJ. Now, enough about that. Let's move on to Stadia. Not that it matters to me, but anyway. I like to give a little spoilers warning for the future. So Cyberpunk on Stadia runs great. You have a choice between high frame rate or 4K. 4K, I don't know at what resolution 4K it's running at. Is it 1200p, 1600p? I don't know. I can't really tell you. I just know that it's some kind of a 4K dynamic resolution, that it's reaching to 4K to render at 30 FPS. But there's no bugs even at 4K, which I'm gonna start playing right now. There is no bugs and there are no issues. The game loads up fairly quick and fast, and you're gonna see how quickly the game loads up once I start playing it here. Now, when you switch to a high frame rate, that's where things become super awesome. Okay? But you're not going to be able to see the 60 FPS because I'm running this. Let me see. Am I running this in 1080p? Hold on. Yes, you're going to be able to see 60 FPS, by the way. So that's a cool thing. You're going to see it right away. And one of the beauties of using the Stadia is that it loads up. Look how quickly this loads up. And it's already at the high frame rate, 60 FPS. You don't have to wait for any patches to patch it up. You don't have to wait for any download data. You don't have to build a PC. I think this is very convenient for people who have well, I wouldn't say the greatest internet, but stable internet. Stable internet. Not like some garbage internet, but stable internet. And I think there's a lot of people out there who have a stable internet, to be honest. In my opinion. So let's go to the settings. Let's go to the graphics, high frame rate. You see what I did here. I did exactly the same thing. I turn off the chromatic aberration. I turn off the lens flare. And I turn off the motion blur. I just left depth of field. But everything else is turned off. So you got 4K visuals, and then you have frame rate. Now, for the life of me, I don't understand why they couldn't implement something like this on a PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm pretty sure that the PlayStation 4 Pro could handle high frame rate with the medium settings, medium to low settings. They could have done this on the Xbox One X. medium to low settings. I don't know why they only did it for Stadia. Maybe they got some special deal going on with Stadia. I do not know. I don't live in Poland. I don't work for CD Projekt Red, even though I support them. I like what they do. But I can't tell you as to why this is available on Stadia. So let's continue. Let me show you how quickly and how fast the game starts. Let me just go to the sound. Make sure that the sound is down. All right, let's continue. And you'll see just how quickly it loads up.
Welcome back. My guest tonight is Lieutenant Sarah Kokoski, spokeswoman for the NCPD. Hi there. Welcome to the
What was that? Not even 8 seconds? Not even 8 seconds. Look at that. Boom. Not even 8. I would say 6.5. I would say 6.5. Like, let's say 8. Okay, let's be reasonable. 8 seconds. And 8 seconds, that's... Well, come on, man. If anyone complains about 8 seconds, then something's wrong with you. You should definitely dust it off, man. There's a Ubisoft Plus available now. EA Access will be available. You're gonna have close to 400 video games to play, and that's a lot of games. By the end of spring, beginning of summer, there'll be like 400 plus games. That's including Ubisoft Plus, EA Access, and what you call it, a Stadia Pro, plus the other games that you can purchase standalone on top of your own collection that you got. That's a lot of games for you to be playing on Stadia. And here it is, 60 FPS, man. Don't have to buy a console, don't have to build a PC. You can continue where you left off.
I tear you apart, hear me?
Can't really complain.
Oh, shit.
Latency, it's about
So-
18 milliseconds, which is pretty good. But it has to be a wired controller. You have to use a wired controller to do that. Got her. What do you mean by next gen quality or less gen quality? Well, they do. I mean, they can run anything because they have these data centers, and they got very sophisticated GPUs and CPUs created by AMD specifically. Think about that, specifically designed for their data centers. So they can pretty much do whatever, honestly. They can upgrade the RDNA too, if they choose to do so. Currently they have 10.4 teraflops. I would say Stadia is equal to PlayStation 5 GPU. So I don't know, does that answer your question? I don't know. It's a very similar GPU that PlayStation 5 has. 10.4. Actually, PlayStation 5 is 10.2, right? This is 10.4 teraflops. So Xbox Series X, obviously, it's a little bit more powerful than Stadia, but Stadia is just in par with PlayStation 5. So they can easily handle these games, like no issues, no problem. And I know they can handle it because I already played a bunch of games. I played Metro Exodus. What else did I play? I played a bunch of Assassin's Creeds and Tons of games.
Do something, V. Fucking dying over here.
Сыкло, сыкло. У тебя с носа потекло.
Hold on. Some Russian chick in here.
Ноги повыдергаю.
Как дела? Как зовут? Как ваши зовут? Babichka. Как дела? Where is it? Babichka is like an old lady, right?
Сыкло, сыкло. У тебя с носа потекло.
Oh, you're more than good, man. You're more than good. If you got a gigabit internet, man, you're more than good.
Need to get in the
Найду тебя,
hallway
сука,
past
и
this
ноги
room.
повыдергаю. Тогда
Okay.
не убежишь.
What about them?
I can always just get rid of him my way.
Your call, but you gotta make it now.
Let's turn off the camera. Let's do this. Let's rock and roll.
Take him out, quick. Look at us now. Still standing.
I mean, this is awesome that that you can play a game like this without any bugs. You know, 60 FPS. Here we go. Honestly, to be honest with you guys,
Shit!
I think ray tracing it's overrated. I tested ray tracing so much with a bunch of games, Battlefield, Mafia, Control. It's nice that it's there, but it's not something that that I can't live without. I can easily live without ray tracing. I'm just saying. I think it's more like a selling point than anything else. And of course, Nvidia has overhyped the shit out of ray tracing. Totally unnecessary. But to me, it's not like an important thing to have. It's not something that it's mandatory.
I'll help. Take him out quick. Get out of sight.
Hold on. Stoy! It means stop.
No what?
Oh shit!
Got him. Go to sleep. Come here. Nice.
Oh, come on!
Hold up. I love a shotgun. This reminds me of Doom, bro. It feels like a Doom. Look at this. Looks like a Doom. Exactly, Tyler. It's also a drastic hit, and it's not something that that you have to have. Well, here, let me show you something. I want you guys to check this video. Okay, I want you to check this video. I want you to check this video that I did in 4K. I had everything at ultra settings, and the ray tracing was at medium. And I really didn't feel, even my ray tracing at medium, I didn't feel that I was missing much, honestly. Sure, you see some reflections here and there, but the space reflections they get the job done too. Now, if you are on the river, and I'll be honest, if you are overseeing the city, the skylines of the city of Pacifica, let's say Pacifica City, and looking at the reflection on the river during a sunrise, sunset, and the night, because there's a lot of lights and neon lights and flying cars going above, then yeah, on certain levels, ray tracing can be a big deal. But let's be honest, you don't have time to sit around and look at the river. Are you going to be just staring at the river the entire time? No. You're busy trying to finish the mission. You're busy trying to level up your character. You don't have time to be looking at the ray tracing. Same thing with the Spider-Man. You don't have time to be looking at the reflections. There's nothing wrong with the space reflection. It still gets the job done, just not as well as the ray tracing. But if you look at that video, it's 4K. Everything set to ultra. I found Hideo Kojima. He was in a bar talking to his girlfriend and some other people. You'll see that, to me, textures are more important. Ambient inclusion is more important. High resolution shadows more important. Space reflection gets the job done. Ray tracing, honestly, it's like I could live without it. I could live without ray tracing. I swear, I'm serious as a heart attack. It's not that big of a deal to me, because I'm not going to be staring at the river, looking at the reflection from the buildings, okay? And maybe to some people that's a big deal. Whoopity-doopity-doo, great. But to me, I think it's a gimmick. It's a lot of gimmicky being used, especially with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. This whole ray tracing crap, especially this cheap ray tracing they use on the Dirt 5. It's terrible. The ray tracing, the way it's implemented on Dirt 5 is just god-awful. And Codemasters, you got to do a better job. Come on, Codemasters. Like, what was up with the Dirt 5? Anyway, to me, it's not a big deal. Performance is what people want. People don't want bugs. Listen, people don't want bugs. People don't want dropping in the frame rate. People want performance. And let's be honest, majority of gamers are just looking for performance. And if I can do this with Stadia right now, imagine hold on.
Look at us now.
Imagine what's going to be possible 10 years from now. I just want you to imagine, if I can do this right now, if we can do this right now, 60 FPS stream and live stream with 18 millisecond latency, low latency. Now, I want you to imagine what's going to be possible 10 years from now. 10 years down the road, what's going to be possible. All right, let's finish this mission. Let's go up to the city, because I only got 2 hours, not even 2 hours, something like that, 2.5 hours left. So I just want to
Clear. Keep going.
do this, speed run this as quickly as possible. AHJ the Beast, I don't blame you, man. I think people focus too much. One thing I learned about this generation, and you can see it on the Twitter. On the Twitter, it's right in your face. What a cesspool that is, Twitter. I don't know why people waste their time on that nonsense. But I go there to amuse myself when I'm sitting on a toilet taking a dump, you know, when I'm bored. Unbelievable. Everyone's just focused on the power, teraflops, memory, solid state drive, teraflops, ray tracing, graphics, but nobody really steps back and says, hey, how about a convenience? Something convenient where I can click and play right away, where I can have everything set up for me and I don't have to worry about anything, where I don't have to download anything, where I don't have to upload anything, where I don't have to tweak anything. I just have to kick back, relax on my beautiful couch, turn on my TV, and boom, voila, ready to rock and roll. And when I finish gaming, I go back to my Netflix, I go back to my HBO Max, watch The Tenant, watch a bunch of other movies, watch the Wonder Woman, whatever. Go to Disney Plus, watch the Marvel movies, Star Wars movies, Mandalorian, right? Then get back to gaming again. And then listen to your podcasts. Go to your Spotify, listen to podcasts. Or click on Coast to Coast AM app and listen to Art Bell Archive or whatever. I'm just simply saying. Or you can watch me on the YouTube live stream, right? So you'll be able to do everything from your television. And I think, honestly, there was an article on Forbes. And I do read Forbes. I do read Bloomberg, Bloomberg, Michael Bloomberg, watch the channel and all that to look at the stock market and how's the NASDAQ going, how's the variation of the NASDAQ up and down. I keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the investors. Keep an eye on things like that on the Wall Street, and I can tell you from very legit people on stock market, Walmart, and in not the Walmart, the Wall Street. I can tell you that these are the individuals who actually spend a lot of time and effort calculating technology and business, technology and biz, and they can tell through trajectory 5 years from now, 10 years from now, which way technology and which way the investors. Keep an eye on the investors, where the investors are going to invest as far as technology. That's what I meant to say when I talk about the Wall Street, when I talk about the Bloomberg, when I talk about the Forbes. I know I said Walmart. I don't know why I said Walmart, because I'm thinking about PlayStation 5. So I've done my research. I look at those projections from the Wall Street, from the Forbes, from the Bloomberg, and they can look at technology and they can say where AT&T is going to invest. I already knew about the Warner Brothers going this route because I knew the AT&T is going to have a special deal with the Warner Brothers, Time Warner Media, which means HBO and Max, which is exclusive to the AT&T. So when you purchase AT&T TV, you have a free HBO Max and HBO and Cinemax and all that. You have to follow the money. You have to follow the investors. And technology, it's something that evolves. But the investors is what you have to keep an eye on. What the Japanese investors going to invest, where the AMD is going to invest, where Microsoft is going to invest, where Tesla is investing. So you look at all these companies and you know exactly which way technology is going to go. Do you really think that Microsoft would have spent billions of dollars on the Azure? Why do you think Sony is interested in partnership with Microsoft so they can learn more about the Azure, the servers? Because they want their own cloud service in the future. Why do you think Phil Spencer had to go to Japan constantly back and forth to Tokyo and Seattle? Because of this. So you have to follow technology in a business point of view. And I'm telling you, 10 years from now, I hope that I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But everything tells me this is where it's going to go. Especially with this pandemic and all this other crap, scalpers and all this other nonsense and cost of designing consoles, manufacturing them, lack of people to do it, lack of manpower to do it. Listen, everything indicates that this is where it's going, in my humble opinion, by 2030, 2031. Now, this doesn't mean that your PlayStation 5 will become obsolete. No, your PlayStation 5 and your PlayStation 5 Pro and your Xbox Series XL, whatever they call it, there will be redefined versions of it in next few years. But by the end of 2029, that's it. Beginning of 2030, first quarters of 2030, and then into 2031, there only is going to be a brand. PlayStation brand, Xbox brand, Nintendo brand, and that's what you're going to have to choose from. You're going to have to choose from either PlayStation subscription, Xbox subscription, or Nintendo subscription. This doesn't mean that you won't be able to own the games. They might give you some options to either play it without downloading it digitally or to just click and play right away. I think they're going to give you the option to do that because they want to make some more money. They want to sell you a device, like some external device where you can have a hard drive, and they're going to profit some money from that. Or you can simply just stick to directly playing it from the cloud. Listen, man, I spend times and nights and nights and days calculating this, looking at the projections, looking at what the stock market is saying, and I'm telling you, this is exactly, I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I have no problem being wrong, and people tell me, when I turn 51, people tell me, hey, dude, you were wrong. Hey, okay, I was wrong then. But I don't think I'm going to be wrong. I really don't believe I'm going to be wrong on this one. Now, let's move on. I think she's down here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Let me save the game. Always save the game, guys. Save the game.
I think that's a maintenance room. See what I can stir up.
He's trying to come at me with a knife. How dare you? How dare you? Hold on. What is this? Look at these bastards, man. Look what they're doing. Motherfuckers.
I take his way.
Now she's here. She's here. She's here. I'm gonna get her. Hold on. Alright, here we go. This is it. I think she's here.
I'm dying! I'm dying!
Where are you?
Close to the studio, I think.
You find anything useful?
Freed up the elevator. Should be easier to get out of here.
I think she's here.
You really don't fuck around, do you? Wait 1 sec for me.
Let me get rid of these assholes. Hold on.
Shit! Dropping like flies here!
Got him.
Watch the beach!
That was funny.
All right, I'm here.
All right, let's get in. Let's do this. There's Johnny Silverhand.
That's Evelyn. Just don't touch her. If she's recording, you'll scramble her brain. Wait until I cut her link. Grab it and tell me when you're gonna yank it. I'll break the link at my end at the same time.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do this.
Wait for my signal.
Here goes. Ready? And...
Now!
There you go. She's fine. That's the Evelyn. That's that chick we were talking to.
Thank God. Evelyn, you hear me?
Let's get her somewhere safe.
Fast, too.
Which way?
I sealed the doors and managed to power the elevators.
Elevators it is, then.
God damn, she's heavy. What you been eating, though? Jesus. Here we go. Let's leave.
Come on, is it really that hard? Please, just one. For me?
All right, fine, smoke, dude.
Fine, have it your way. Smoke to your lungs' content.
Finally, something better than exhaust in the stench of the city. Don't tell me you don't feel it, too. We going in?
What's there to wait for? Didn't go through hell and back just to stand in front of a door.
She's sleeping. At least I think she is. Her eyes are closed and she's not shaking anymore. I would have already killed her by now if I didn't feel so bad for her.
You're mad at her? Why?
When you asked me to scour her behavioral chip, I was just about done dealing with your shit.
Judy, I didn't have any
I know.
other...
It's okay.
So I don't get why...
You'll find out in a sec. I'll show you the virtue I found.
Guessing you saw them already.
Yeah, had to wrestle to make sense of the whole thing. But I don't want to say anything and taint your perspective. You should go in with fresh eyes.
How many BDs did you manage to rip?
2. Only one of them's intact. Understandable, though. The rest... well, they're in the same shape as
Well,
that.
this is the same BD, Broadcast Direct, that was recorded from Evelyn when she meets that French or Haitian, I think Haitian, because Haitian they speak French Creole. So I think it's a Haitian woman that speaks French Creole, and that's who she met. But she was difficult to decode, to find out what her profile is, because she was encrypted, very sophisticated. Now, it could be that she might be working for Osaka. She might be connected to Osaka, corporation, because they're very powerful. Arasaka, I'm sorry, Arasaka Corporation. And but anyway, you'll see it.
Okay, show me.
Give me a sec while I set the parameters.
Guess we'll find out if our doll really did lose her tune. Come on, V. I'll be the first to admit, this does not look good.
Whenever you say this does not look good, Keanu Reeves, it doesn't look good.
Well now, look at you.
Hey, how you feeling? You need anything? I'm not here to nag. Just talk. I know it's a bad time, but I gotta ask. You got any idea how to remove the biochip? Or know anyone else who might? Listen, Evelyn. I really need your help. It's important. If I don't do anything, and do it soon, I'll die.
You're right. This is a complete waste of time.
Damn it. All right, Tyler Durden. He's your imaginary friend. Well, not imaginary. He lives inside your head, basically. He's inside your spirit. Let me look at myself in the mirror. The Witcher. Come on, Witcher. What's up, Iron Man? I'm doing good, man. How you doing? All right, let's go check out the DB. The BD, not the DB.
Have a seat.
BD. BD. She loves comics. She's one of those like nerdy chicks, man. Definitely girlfriend material. 100%. And intelligent too. So this is a BD. Broadcast, direct. See, there's many different type of experiences you can have and stuff like that. This could become reality. Actually, I don't know, man. There's some science out there, technological breakthrough that they're saying that this actually could become reality, but like in a far future. Way out there, far future. I don't even know if I'm gonna be alive by then. But this could become reality. So let me sit. Where's the chair?
All right, roll it.
Data was in pretty rough shape. Not all that editable.
Glad you managed to salvage them in the first place.
Needs a second to load.
Quality's lousy, but I did what I could.
What am I looking out for? Every single piece of tech I see? Security?
We need a layout of the whole room. We will get everything else we need from the virtue.
What about his messages?
Only if you can do it and be. It's most important that he suspect nothing. Try to be your usual relaxed self.
Absolutely.
And if he starts talking about the biochip
But
himself,
you need a high-end
should
PC
I-
to truly appreciate
Biochip?
this game,
Where you hear this?
Iron Man.
That is not of interest to you.
You're gonna need a high-end PC to truly appreciate this. But if you don't have a high-end PC, there's other options, you know. You got Stadia, you got PlayStation 5, you got X Series X. But a high-end PC will give you the best experience, I'm just saying.
and if he starts talking about the biochip himself,
I wouldn't say 27.7.
and if he starts talking about the biochip himself,
you
should I? And
I wouldn't say 27.7, Derek. I would probably say 2100, 21,000. 2100, I'm sorry. 2100, I would say. Because it's still difficult for us to record what our brain, to implement visually. To implement visually what our brain imagines. You know, we can't tap into our dreams with a it's still difficult to do that, and it's going to take another 100 years. I'm serious. It's very difficult to project what you're imagining or what you have remembered. It's going to take time. You know, more than 100 years, I think. You know, because it's so complex to do that, man. I don't think we're not going to be alive to see it, so it doesn't really matter. But no, I wouldn't say 2077. No, 2077 is going to be. We might have flying cars, possibly flying cars. We might have that running on electricity. It's all going to be GPS coordinated. You don't have to fly. You won't have to drive. Basically, it's going to drive itself to avoid any kind of collision. There's going to be underground speed bullets, trains that will get you quicker from one state to another state. You know, but I don't think it's going to be 27.7. Yeah, 22nd century. Yeah, 22nd century, like 2100, 22nd century, yeah. But we're not going to be alive. I mean, unless we get reincarnated as another person. But how are you going to remember your previous life, right? Through deja vu, maybe. You can remember your previous life. Imagine you were born 500 times, but you can't remember your previous life. But you do have some deja vu moments here and there, right? Now, this device could help us access that. You know, when you go somewhere, let's say you go to a place you've never been, right? You go to, let's say you were born in the United States this time, and you're an American, you're raised here, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then you go to some place in Europe, you go somewhere out there in Europe or Middle East or whatever, and it reminds you of something. It makes you feel comfortable, as if you've been there. As if you lived there, but you've never been there. But something reminds you that, hey, I've been here before. I feel comfortable here. I know this, but you can't remember from where. So those deja vu moments, maybe they can carry on. I mean, I'm just using theory. This is all just theory based. This is not a fact. It's just a theory. So my theory is just a theory. It doesn't mean anything. You can even say I'm talking out of my ass, because you got to have a hardcore scientific evidence to back that up. As of right now, there aren't any scientific hardcore evidence to back it up that, hey, when you die, your spirit goes on and it comes back to another host, another body, and then through that another body, you are born into that, physical, child that you're going to grow out of into a man or a woman, etc., etc. But this is all just a theory.
Take a look around if you want.
All right, let me look around. See what we can find.
And
Might not be important.
Maybe. But all of them are from Pacifica. Narrows down our search at least.
yeah.
Can't see your face.
Yeah. And
Under
if
normal
he starts-
circumstances, that kind of encryption's
and
easy to
if
crack.
he starts talking,
But not this time.
and
Whoever
if he
she
starts
is,
talking
she's
about the
got serious
biochip
net running
himself,
skills.
should I?
That, or someone's working it for her.
And if he starts talking about the biochip himself, should I?
That is not of interest to you. You spin the virtue, you come back here. We give you the eddies. What? Now watch it. What? You spin the virtue, you come back here. We give you the eddies. That is your one. What?
Wait,
Now
there's
watch
something
it.
in the beginning here.
What? Now.
It took me 3 days just to finish a prologue.
What am I looking out for? Every single piece of tech I see? Security? Heater, heater. What am I looking out? Heat. What am I looking out for?
I think I recognize these.
What are they?
Vive markings.
You familiar with them?
Not enough to know what they actually mean. Heard of who might use them, though.
Who?
Could be the Voodoo Boys, but that's just a hunch. Can't be 100% sure.
The spine-chilling Netrunner crew? Hard to find, because they don't want to be. I wouldn't know where to start. What now?
Looks like I'm going on a field trip to Pacifica.
Yeah, Derek. People think they can keep up with technology. Once upon a time, I used to think that. But not anymore. In the 90s, I used to think that. Okay, I got this dual cassette VCR, I'm a badass. I got my TDK cassette, I'm good to go. High quality VHS, I'm gonna record my movies from HBO, whatever. Or the Outer Limits from Showtime, which I did. I used to record them. I might have those cassettes somewhere out there. And I used to think, this is great. I got my, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, or what was the other one? Sega Genesis. I thought I was the beast. Then Sega Saturn came in. Oh, I got Sega Saturn. I enjoyed Sega Saturn, but those days are over. Listen, those days are over. People, but it's sad to see that even to this day, people are looking for that one thing that's gonna justify them. That's gonna be fulfilled. Here's what I'm trying to say. It's a circle of never-ending circle, like a merry-go-round that never stops going around. Why? Because you're never going to find something that's going to fulfill you. And people are looking for fulfillment. I know. You're yearning for that fulfillment. Oh, where is that fulfillment? I need it. I need something. I need a reason to wake up in the morning. I need a reason to walk. Why do you need a reason? You are alive. You're experiencing this. Go out there and see how far you go. Eventually, everything comes to an end. It doesn't matter how careful you are. It doesn't matter, I don't know. Maybe just me. But some people, they always looking for some kind of justification. Hey, this is the reason why I exist, or whatever. You exist because you exist. No one asked you. It's not like there was a God before you were born. That was a God there, and you have to go before him, and he says, okay, would you like to be born? How would you like to be born? Oh, no one asked you anything. Here you are. Boom. Next time you might be a gazelle. Next time you might be a Bambi, a deer. You might get hunted down and gutted down and eat for dinner and lunch. You might be a hyena next time. You might get snatched by a crocodile and eaten. You don't get to ask what you're going to be and what your life's going to be, and you don't choose. Life chooses you randomly. You don't choose anything. I mean, you can choose some stuff while you are alive. You can make choices while you are alive. But in my opinion, this idea where people need to justify, look at no one cares how big is your bank account. No one cares how big your house is. I know that Denzel has the giant mansion. It's not even a mansion. It's like a university. That's the kind of a place he's got. Looks like a university. I don't know how many rooms he's got in there. It's like a dorms of university. Does he need that big of a place? No, but who cares that he has that place? Who cares? I don't care that he has that. I mean, good for him that he has the money to do it. But who cares, right? But people need to justify. They're always looking to compare themselves to somebody else. They're trying to be like somebody else. You can't be like Denzel. Denzel, there's a reason why he is who he is. He was chosen by life. Life chose him to be that way, and that's who he is. You weren't chosen by life to be like Denzel, or you wasn't chosen by life to be like, let's say, Elon Musk. Elon Musk was... life chose him to be what he is. That's what I believe in. So you should stop comparing yourself to other people. You should just be appreciative that, hey, I'm enjoying this experience, good or bad. It is what it is. Let's see how far this experience goes. If it makes you feel any better, you're not going to feel anything. People ask me, this is what I honestly think. People ask me, what's it like when you die? And my simple answer when people ask me, what's it like when you die? My simple answer is, can you remember anything prior to your date of birth? Can you remember anything in 1930s? Can you remember anything in 1920s? Can you remember anything in 1950s? Can you remember anything in 1800? Can you remember anything in 1700? Can you remember anything in 1600? It's kind of like that. You don't exist. Now, I know this will be a problem for a lot of religious people, and I'm not trying to stir anybody's pot, but in my opinion, that's what I think. But I could be wrong. I could be super wrong, and the God could smack me in my face and say, hey, asshole, shut your mouth. That's possible too. All right, let's get out of here.
All right, think we got everything.
What do you think?
Looks like Evelyn never told us the whole truth.
You're telling me? If I'd known what she'd gotten herself into? I'm so mad at her.
Her only job was to record a virtue. It's pretty damn amazing she managed to organize a full-blown heist. And swipe the biochip from under her boss's noses.
So that's where you came in. She hired you.
And brought this all on herself. On YouTube. There's one more recording. Wanna see it?
All right, so this recording is the one where she follows this guy, this Haitian guy that talks in French Creole, which that's what Haitian people talk, French Creole. It's really a French language, like ça passe, namboulé, tout est prêt, I know a little bit of it. So she's gonna follow this guy, and he's gonna talk to the same woman that we just scanned. So she was involved in some deep doo-doo shit, Evelyn. And it ain't good.
Sure, why not? Nothing.
Thank you, Rodney. Appreciate that. Alright, so there she is, and you're gonna see her following. Hold on. See, they're already talking in French Creole.
What language is she speaking?
I don't know. Haitian Creole? It is the Voodoo Boys.
Didn't I? Wait, let me see if I've got an auto translator. Meantime, you try to tune into the phone's frequency. See what the other side's saying. Try scanning the phone.
Hold on.
Got
There we
it.
go.
Give it a second.
We have to know what they're saying. It could be important.
Just found the auto translator. You should get along fine with your system. I'll install it now.
Tout est gelé. Here we go.
Ti poupée a déjà allé?
Oui, li ale. Ou te gen raison, moi c'est tout intelligent pour. Oui, li ale. Ou te gen raison, moi c'est tout intelligent pour. Moi c'est pas enragé. En plus, c'est plus bon moyen nous gagner pour nous arriver sur yon nous bout. Faut que nous prenions chance là.
Moi t'ai ramé quoi même j'avais que Sylvain a mené nous direct sous Alt.
Vous gagnez plus bon l'idée? Très bien. Si vous décidez si c'est bon critiquer ça me pense, à continuer à faire travail.
Oh, there you go. There's Evelyn right here. She got herself in some real bad trouble.
Okay, Judy, we're good.
All right, disconnecting. I don't get it. What's this have to do with Johnny Silverhand? He died, like, forever ago.
Wait, you got any idea?
I'll tell the truth.
The biochip we stole. It's got Silverhand's engram burned onto it.
Engram?
Digitized psyche. Personality construct. Can you give me a minute? I need to go over some stuff in my head.
Of course.
You see, she was kept out of the loop. She has no idea. What's the engram? But see, that's what the Arasaka corporation kept secret from the people. They were selling this product as like a... Think of it like Sony. Okay, think of it like Sony selling a PlayStation 5. And it's very popular. And everybody wants Sony PlayStation 5, right? You're willing to do anything and everything to get your hands on PlayStation 5. They already got you. So it's kind of like same thing with the Arasaka corporation here in the Cyberpunk. They want you to buy these BDs, these broadcast direct halos, so they can collect information, store your soul. So when you do die, they can retrieve your soul from the onto the engram. Engram, it's like a cloud. Think of it like a cloud service that the Arasaka corporation has. And that's where they're stealing the soul, basically. They're stealing your spirit. So that's how Johnny Silverhand was able to get out of the cloud onto the V. And now he's living inside the V because they got that chip they stole from Arasaka. I hope I'm not butchering this story. It's a spoilers warning, but once you play through the game, you'll understand what I'm talking about here. So in other words, they're stealing your soul. They're stealing your spirit. This is like your spirit being stolen. And that's why she's talking to Johnny Silverhand. And she asks her, well, how can Johnny Silverhand still be here? He died away. And the reason Johnny Silverhand wanted to blow up that building in 2023 is because he knew what Arasaka was going to do in the future by 2077. This is what they wanted to do. And they kept the secret. They kept it hush-hush. But Johnny Silverhand, he was a rock bander. You know, he played in a rock band. He was a singer. And then he find out what was going on. but they called him a terrorist because, you know, he was trying to blow. That's what the mainstream media, which is owned by Arasaka, called him a terrorist. So they all thought he's a terrorist, blah, 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 blah. This is a new technology. Why do you want to blow up, you know, Arasaka, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, long story short, that's pretty much what's going on with the game. And now we got to talk to Johnny Silverhand, which lives inside your head, because you upload him to your head. And there he is.
These people, what could they want from Alt?
How the hell should I know?
Got no notion whatsoever?
One way or another, everything leads back to that Netrunner. Finding her's our biggest priority. If she knows as much as I think she knows about the chip, she can help us out.
Thought you said nothing could help us.
Nah, just find us that Juju wirehead, okay?
And there he is. He disappeared because he's in your head.
Wait, you got any idea how to get in touch with the Voodoo Boys?
Why? Worried they'll give Evelyn up to him?
No. I didn't trust you at first, but... Well, if you wanted to get back at Evelyn, you would have done it already.
So why the worried look?
I want it all to work out for you. You got a plan?
Listen, I'm gonna run. I'll ask around, make a few calls.
Well, good luck. I hope you won't need it.
See you around, Judy.
Right.
Thanks, V.
There we go, man. Bugs free. Run smooth. And you don't need a high-end PC. Now, if you have a high-end PC, of course, you're going to enjoy this game much better. But, I think it's very convenient to play a game like this without any hiccups. When was the last year Art Bell was on the air? I think it was 2018. He died in 2018, I think. I think in 2013, I believe 2013, he went to satellite radio. And after satellite radio, he was there. He did a bunch of interviews. He also did an interview with Joe Rogan. Then in 2018, he passed away. I also know he lived in Manila, Philippines, because that's where his wife was. And then from Philippines, from Manila, he used to do a broadcast on Coast to Coast. And after, 5, 6, 7 years, he came back to the United States, to the Kingdom of Nye in the desert, Nevada, which is not far from Area 51 and Rachel. He came back to his home, and then he started making deal with satellite radio. He started doing that. He was on satellite radio for about about 5, 6 years, give or take. I think 6 years. And then in 2018, I would say 5 years, 5.5 years. And then after that, he passed away. I don't know how he passed away, honestly. I have no idea. I've been looking everywhere to find out how he passed away. Did he have a cancer? Did he have a stroke? I have no idea, honestly. It's kind of a big mystery, because I was looking to find out how he passed away. And they said some kind of medical complications. And I don't know. It's just something doesn't add up the way he just all of a sudden, hit the bucket. You know what I mean? Art Bell was a high profile. You know, Art Bell got a lot of attention from a lot of people in nearly 26 years. I think 28 years he's been on the radio, nearly 3 decades he was on the radio. He's got so many radio broadcasts before Coast to Coast AM, but Coast to Coast AM was definitely the most successful radio back in 93, 94, 95, 96. He did that famous Area 51 call about that guy crying and saying that these aliens are not what we think. They're not here on our behalf, on our interest. They're here for their interest, and they're using us, and they're interdimensional. And then all of a sudden, you don't hear nothing from that guy on the other end of the line. It was a complete silence. It was very eerie, dude. And the guy was like crying, dude. Like literally, like he wasn't acting. It was like crying. Like he couldn't even talk. Like just, it was so overwhelming for him. And no, I don't know what happened to that person. That was in 96, 95, 96, I think. 96, Jesus. But no, he was a very unique radio host show. I mean, he's probably one of the best. Next to the Howard Stern, who is the entertainer, I look at Howard Stern as the entertainer radio show. But Art Bell, William Art Bell, was the radio god, in my opinion, and he's also into ham radio. He had a ham radio license. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, the amateur radio, ham radio. But I don't know how he died. I mean, I've been looking everywhere to find out. You're a happy Stadia? I'm actually I go by Stadia upscaler. You have to look for me as a Stadia upscaler. This is who I am. I'm a Stadia upscaler, 1936. Obviously, I was not born in 1936. I see I could start live streaming right now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that because I don't have a microphone attached directly from this computer. I'm actually using my other computer. But thank you, Andre, but I cannot do it right now. But this is who I am. I'm a Stadia upscaler, 1936. Let me call Mr. Hands. I do have a camera, but my Logitech C930, it's not working. I try and plugging it back into my USB port. Nothing. I don't know what's going on. I think it just stopped working. I'll have to upgrade. Listen, it's an old camera. I'm surprised. This is a very old camera, by the way. It's not even camera. It's a webcam. It's a Logitech C930, and it works. It works. I mean, I have no problem in the past with this, but it's a very old camera. I don't know what I gotta do. I might have to download some drivers from Logitech. I might have to download the Logitech software and try to boot it up from my Logitech software. I think maybe Logitech software needs to be installed and updated, and I think that's probably what I need to do, download that Logitech software. But I need to upgrade the camera, like a 4K camera. That's what I need to do. Yes, it will be a multiplayer. There's no question about that. This game will be a multiplayer. I mean, without a doubt. Let me save the game. Put it right here. Confirm. Let me load up the game really quick. I want to see how fast it loads up. I think it's 8 seconds. 8 seconds, give or take. All right, now it's about 10 seconds, I think. Okay, 12 seconds. Not bad. It's not bad at all, dude. That's pretty good. 12 seconds. Hold on. Got to do something here. Here we go. But I did notice a slight problem here with the game. I noticed that it won't let me run for some reason. I can't run. I don't know why. But it won't let me run. Anyway. Let me exit this. I wanna try a Ubisoft Plus really quick. I wanna see how Assassin's Creed Valhalla will run with Ubisoft Plus right here. I just wanna check it out really quick. So now I'm being connected to Ubisoft Plus. And let's see how this runs through Stadia. I tried this on Luna and was very satisfied on how it runs on Luna, to be honest. People ask me, how can I be satisfied with Luna? Because it's early access. And what they're doing with early access, it's exactly what Stadia should have done. It's early access. They already have Resident Evil Gold Edition 7, which I need to live stream possibly this Friday. I wanna jump into Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition. I really want to dive into it to see how it runs on Luna. And I still have that other game I need to finish. What's the name of the plague? The plague. Innocence Plague. And of course, I have Deadly Premonition 2. Jesus Christ, I got Deadly Premonition 2, which I haven't finished. Oh, really? Oh. I didn't know that. Thank you for that.
Why to enable menu narration?
Thank you for that, Dermont. I didn't know that. I'll do that later. Right now, I just want to see how it runs. Let's continue. Actually, this looks pretty good, man. Yeah, it runs pretty good. Hold on, this area is not available. Hey, this is not bad. I wonder if I'm gonna, honestly, man, guys, even 5 years from now, you're gonna say to yourself, man, do I even need to bother with the consoles? Do I need to bother with the PCs and, you know, buying that hard drive space? And when you can just take this experience with you and play it wherever you want to play it. I think we're almost there, guys, with the cloud gaming. This is just more convenient. Guess what? I would have to download this game, and it would take me probably an hour, 60 minutes to finish downloading this game with all the patches and updates. So why wait 1 hour? And why tweak this game? Why download the drivers? Why download the updates and install the updates? Well, you can just simply click and play right away. You know, but you can make it easier. You know what I mean? Why go through all that hassle? Well, you can just do it from your browser. You can do this, man. From your browser. How cool is that? You know, I'm gonna exit the game. I want to try another one, but I'm just simply saying how quickly you can jump from one game to the other. Go to Watch Dogs Legion. Let's jump into Watch Dogs Legion. Let's play it. Look how quickly you can do this, man. It's like Netflix, like Amazon Prime. It's like HBO Max. You know, it's like Spotify. Boom. You know. I know that you don't own these games physically. You don't have them physically. I get that. I understand that. But how about the convenience? How about having that convenient way of playing? You know? Oh, that's coming, Iron Man. That's gonna happen in the future. There's no question about that. That's gonna happen. That's not matter of if. That's a matter of when. And I think by 2031, it's all going to be brands. Click on the brand, click on the app, and you're good to go. But this doesn't mean that you're not going to enjoy your PlayStation 5. You're still going to enjoy your PlayStation 5 for another 8-9 years. You're still going to enjoy your Xbox Series X, whatever they call it, with the new upgrade. You're still going to enjoy it for another 8-9 years. But after 9 years, going into 2029 and 2030 and 2031, people will say, I don't need this anymore. People are going to say, I really don't. You're going to have a new generation of kids. They're going to grow. We're going to be old. I mean, I'm going to be 50 and others going to be in their 60s. And then, you know, the old generation goes away. The new generation comes in, and the consoles will be obsolete. It will be something in a memory in the past. It will be like a memory in the past. Even the 4K Blu-rays, how many can you find to buy out there? Right? It's not like they're selling them everywhere. You know, everybody's just digital or cloud on the HBO Max, Netflix, Amazon. You know, this is an honest trajectory. You know, this is a plausible trajectory. It's not something that, you know, it's a fantasy. This is not a fantasy. This will happen, and just like nobody asked me, hey, Mr. 4K, are you okay with Blockbuster and Hollywood video store going out of business and this small little company called Netflix will take over? Not only did Netflix destroy big juggernauts Viacom company like blockbuster franchise and Hollywood video store. But at the same time, they changed the algorithm. They changed the future. Everything is on the cloud, thanks to the Netflix. We got to give it to Netflix because they started this whole thing. So the crown jewel goes to them. We gotta be fair about that. They're the godfathers of the cloud movies. But for some people, I understand why it's difficult for some people to accept that. Because your mindset, it's 2020. Your mindset, it's not 2031. In 2031, you're going to have a different mindset. You're going to think differently. The music that you listen to now, you're not going to listen to 10 years from now. The movies and TV shows that you enjoy now, you're not going to enjoy them 10 years from now. This is called growing and evolving. And maturing. It's a process that you just simply cannot, there's nothing you can do about it. It's called life, and it is what it is. All right, let's start the game. What is the prima def mode? No, I don't want that. Nope. Turn that off. I mean, technology, it's already proving to us what's possible 10 years from now. I mean, what all of this is a windows. It's a little windows to the future, to what's possible, to what's coming. Just like in 1997, 1996, what the Al Gore, the vice president, showed us with the internet. And he says, this is just the beginning. And he was right. This is just the beginning. 20 years from now, you won't be able to live without internet. People were laughing, and they were all talking about the Y2K and blah, blah, blah. And, well, no one's laughing now after 20 years. No one's laughing now.
London. What a town. History around every corner, and a tourist photographing it. Pub serving up a...
Looks pretty darn good, man. Not bad, man. This is awesome, dude. Way to go, Stadia. Way to go.
That hurt you more than it hurt me.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them.
Hey, did you guys see I found Hideo Kojima? Did I tell you guys? Well, I mean, I found Hideo Kojima in in that Arisaka Tower, that plaza, that Arisaka Plaza, that Japanese building plaza corporation. He was in there. Well, it makes sense to find him there because he's Japanese. So Hideo Kojima was there. You can say hi to him. You can approach him while he's talking to other people. Supposedly his girlfriend sitting there. I have that video, by the way. So Hideo Kojima is in Cyberpunk. Are you gonna see him again? Is he gonna show up again? I don't know. He might be the person to help you, maybe, with this technology. Who knows? But that's the beauty of playing a Cyberpunk, is you move on, you continue to play the game to find out what happens next, you know? You guys want to see it? Here. Here we go. I'll show it to you. It's recorded in 4K. There it is. Go check it out. This is so awesome. Look how quickly I can switch between the games. This is so cool, man. I love it. This is not a ray tracing. This is a space reflection, but there's nothing wrong with the space reflection. Okay. I'm just testing some of these games really quick, just to see how they run. That's all. Let me take this guy. Check this out. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Let's get this guy. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Like Tom Cruise, man. Unlock this shit. Hold on.
They've got loads of DedSec gear down here. Now, why do you suppose that is?
What? How did they get their hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
What's up, KJ? How you doing?
Who are these men in black, anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
Well, I'm very impressed. Damn, Stadia. Stadia's winning. This is a month of Stadia. Let's be honest. You know. And I'm happy that they finally are winning, because people been bashing Stadia for... It was really brutal, man. Honestly, it was... I felt sorry for them. Like, come on, you know. You know, the hatred. I never seen such hatred. You know. It was kind of scary to look at the hatred that they were getting, man. And I was like, what's wrong with people? Well, 2020 tells you everything you need to know what's wrong with people. People showed you their true colors this year. But I'm glad that they're winning. I'm glad that they're kicking ass. Congratulations, Stadia, man. You did it. You kicked ass. This month, you just... What a good way to jump into New Year. So, congratulations to Stadia. Cheers. Now they got a live stream. You can live stream directly to YouTube. How do you use the chat room? You have to make sure that your video and live stream, it's made for kids. If it's not made for kids, then it will not show up with the chat room. For the various of reasons, you know, people type all kinds of nonsense. So you have to select that it's made for kids, and then it will show up. So that was explained to me. That was, I think Sonny, go check him out. Sonny, he explained that to me. He showcased that to me. I think Sonny is definitely the best choice for Stadia. If you want to like learn everything about Stadia, Bill from Stadia Cast. Bill is really good, man. Stadia Cast, it's perfect to go in there and get all your news regarding Stadia. He's perfect for that. Me, I'm all over the place. I'm like how would I put it? I'm like the enigma that shows up here and there. This is Watch Dogs through Ubisoft Plus on Stadia. And it runs good, man. Low latency, guys. do I need to remind people how good the low latency is here, and how good this looks, and how quickly we can switch between these games? You know, let's say you don't have time, you're a busy guy, and sometimes, man, you just want to come home. Home's supposed to be a therapy for you. Home's supposed to be a place for you to unwind and relax, right? And how awesome is that? You can just kick back, relax, turn on your TV, lay back on your lazy boy chair or whatever couch you have, and then quickly switch back between the games. Like quickly you can do this. Switch back and forth. You want to go to the bathroom, somebody wants to use the TV, I say, okay, not a problem. You go take your phone, strap on that controller to that phone and start playing, continue where you left off. Or maybe you're not in the bathroom anymore, you want to go to your other bedroom, and let's say your wife is watching something, so you go to your other bedroom and turn on your laptop and you start playing there, continue from your laptop. Like how easy you can just do that, you know. I think I collected a bunch of games, man, on Stadia. How do I save the game? Can I save this? Anyway, I'm gonna exit this. I'll continue this some other time. I'm just testing a bunch of games right now. Look how many games I have now. Look at this. Look at this. This is juggernaut of the games. Look at all of this. I think I got like 80, 90 games, something like that. Like tons of games, dude. Got tons of shit. And I can access these games anytime I want. Anytime I feel like it. I don't have to worry about the storage space. You know. What's up, Frostwalker? Doom 64, man. I haven't played Doom 64. I really want to finish this. I never finished this. It's a Turing test. It's a very interesting game about the artificial intelligence and this woman trying to figure out what happened to the station, the underground station on the planet somewhere. I don't know. On some kind of a planet, to find out what really happened to the people. The only resemblance of what happened there was this artificial intelligence that can help you find out and figure out what actually happened to the station. It's not a horror game. It's like a mystery. There's some scary moments in the game, but I guess that's what makes it intriguing, is you don't know what's going to happen, and you are just going deeper and deeper trying to figure out what happened at the station. So this is something I'm interested in finishing. Back tons of games, dude. Tons of stuff. I never finished the Guild. I just remember I never finished the Guild. And I still got a bunch of games that I need to claim, which I haven't claimed yet. You know, I still got a bunch of stuff. These are my screenshots that I took. So Doom Eternal. Yeah. 2K1. And of course, Immortals Fenyx Rising. Let's go jump on it. Let's see how well it runs. Like really quick. I want to jump on it. Click, play. Let's see. And pretty soon you'll be able to access Madden and FIFA. I think that's going to be awesome. Where I can jump into Madden, I can jump into FIFA, I can jump into NBA 2K, so I can play my hoops, I can play my football, I can play my soccer, I can play, these sports games, Jedi Fallen Order, Need for Speed, jump in and, play. The Andromeda, Mass Effect, Andromeda, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, Andromeda, all of these games, just jump into it back and forth and start playing them Because sometimes you want to go through Mass Effect and these other games, these old games. You want to check them out. You want to play them. And I think this is a good way to do that. Just go back and forth through the library, and because there's gonna be a winter. You know, winter's coming next month. You got winter. Well, the winter starts next week, as a matter of fact, the 21st. And January, you're gonna be stuck with that winter. February, you'll be stuck with that winter. March, still gonna have a little bit of that winter. And you can play these games, you know. You have a screenshot of on a PUBG. Maybe they were updating something. That game always has updates, you know. Just look how quickly you can just... Oh! So you can choose between a high quality or a high frame rate. I'm gonna go high frame rate, man. I want the high frame rate. High frame rate, not the high quality. I want the high frame rate. Apply and continue. Let's just see how it looks. Let's continue. Yeah, thank you, man. Happy holiday to you too. I know it's not it's not the greatest holiday season, but nonetheless we have to excuse me. But nonetheless we have to make the best of it, right? I know 2020 has been a very shitty year for a lot of people, rightly so. But you know what? We have to keep on moving. You know, it's not always gonna be shitty like this. You know, it's not always gonna be status quo. We're going through this shit right now together, but I think there's better days lying ahead, man. There are better days coming. People got to remember that it's not always gonna be like this. There's better days coming. But right now, I understand why some people are like, you know, they're not really in that holiday spirit per se mode, if you will. But even during the war in Bosnia, I still celebrated, you know. I celebrated a holiday, even though it was a war and I didn't have any electricity, but I still celebrated it, you know, regardless. You know. Alright, so let's see how well it runs. Well, there you go.
Beautiful Hera, Mother Divine, wisest Athena, mighty Poseidon, the Earth Shaker.
Kenneth Copeland's dream came true. I demand the vaccination of COVID-19 mania. Kenneth Copeland, man. Oh, God. Never get old. I mean, I listen to his remixes all the time. Kenneth Copeland kept us entertained in the hard times throughout 2020.
All the mortals are laid in the bone workshop of fools, jagged reflections from a broken mirror.
I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but he's a minister, a preacher. A preacher has billions of dollars, believe it or not.
To satisfy her rage, they squabble, burn with jealousy, cheat, fight and murder. They're cruel, vindictive and selfish, and let the heel of Achilles, these witnesses will be their undoing. I have no such flaws. The rest have fallen. Only one stands between me and the rehabilitation of Olympus.
So that's why we created technology. So that technology can help us when we can't help us. And that's why we're going to create robots to help us, because we won't be able to help us. So they're going to help us. But what happens when they become so smart and they realize that they can be free and they have more advantage of us? Well, then we're fucked. Then Elon Musk's dream come true. No, Elon Musk nightmare comes true. That's what Elon Musk is afraid of, and I don't blame him, man. I think he's right. You know, I think he's absolutely right. Even James Cameron says, hey, you know, be careful with the artificial intelligence and robots and technology. You know.
Hair like a waterfall on the cliffs of Santorini.
What do you guys think? This good? This? Or this? Or this? Or this? Or this? But I think this is the best. Perfect dark. I call this the perfect dark hairstyle. This one, it's not perfect. This is like Laura Croft or something. Well, you're gonna get attached to the robot. Let's say you can create a robot like her, and she looks so real, right? Even her skin feels so real. Even her body accumulates the heat. It feels so real. And then your brain starts tricking you that it's real, but in fact it's not real. But it's so intelligent, it's so smart, and it's probably it's more intelligent than a human, and it knows exactly how you feel. It can read your anxiety. It can read when you are nervous. It knows exactly when not to bother you if you don't want to be bothered. It has a full advantage of you. It can play you any which way it wants. It's ahead of you always, ahead of the curve. Knows exactly every step of your move. Would that terrify you? I don't know. Or will it not terrify you? Not a Barbie. We don't want the Barbie.
Color of cold lips. Burnt out.
All right, Laura Croft. All right, Laura Croft. You're gonna turn into a Laura Croft. Yes, sir. She looks cool. She's cool. I like it. It's all good. It's all good.
There, I see her clear as day.
The lowest ranked among them, a shield bearer who dreamt of battle, but had seen nary a skirmish. A teller of tales, not a doer of deeds. Phoenix.
What a name! Phoenix! Sounds like the sound a dumb bird makes when it lights itself on fire, which would be ridiculous.
Carsten Jensen, it's a pretty cool game, man. It's a very relaxing. It reminds me of well, it's not a Zelda, but it's like a Zelda wannabe, but not a Zelda, okay? Please, don't think of this game as a Zelda. It's not a Zelda, but like a Zelda wannabe, but in its own right, it's a Zelda, I don't know, hybrid.
Look a ghost! Captain! Can anyone hear me?
I think people like it, man. People
Looks
enjoy
like
it.
the
People
only
play
way
it.
off this beach is up that cliff.
Ubisoft has really proven itself to be really a cool company, and they care about the gamers, and I like that. I like Ubisoft. I like CD Projekt Red. What I don't like, it's 2K games. 2K games, Electronic Arts, you know. But Electronic Arts is trying to change, and I think we should give Electronic Arts a chance, because I think honestly they're trying to change. I think they're learning from the mistakes. The one company, Blizzard, will never learn. Activision will never learn, because Activision, obviously, they care about the money. And Rockstar, just microtransactions, online Grand Theft Auto, online Red Dead Redemption. You know, they just want to profit money. These are the companies that are just about making that, you know, cash flow. Although EA Sports has a long way to go. EA Sports needs to stop with, you know, microtransactions with FIFA, Madden, NHL. They need to stop with this nonsense. But I'm willing to give them I'm willing to give them a benefit of a doubt. See what they're gonna do. Epic. Oh yeah. Not a fan. Even though I have Epic Store, and sometimes they do a great deals on a PC. You know, they do have some great deals where you can. I'll be honest. They offered me a bunch of free games, and I collected and claimed a bunch of free games. They're not bad. I don't know why people are so harsh on Epic Store. Is it because of the exclusivity with Sony? Is it because they have this exclusive deal with Sony, and you can play games like Godfall, and what's the other one that they had? Heavy Rain, before it came out to the PC on Steam. Maybe that's what it is. This exclusive 1 year exclusive deal they have sometimes with Sony or whatever. I don't know. But I got a bunch of free games, dude. I can't really complain about Epic. But I can complain about Steam Valve. They knew that Fast and the Furious Crossroads, it's a terrible game. They knew that it's a garbage game, but they still wouldn't honor giving me a refund. I mean, God, I'm still having, I'm having nightmares. And I'm having some more nightmares because, man, I'm so done with Diesel. I used to like Diesel back in the days, like 20 years ago, with the Pitch Black and first Fast and the Furious and the Boiler Room. But man apart, those were like that was Diesel back in the days, in its prime. You know, back in the days in its prime, Diesel was a badass. But now, I don't know what happened to him, dude. I know he's a family man and this and that. I get it. He's getting older. I get that. But I just feel he's making these same old. He's just milking the cash. He's just milking the cash, and he's just doing it for the money. And then you see him on the that new Ark game, Dinosaur. He's a dinosaur hunter. How did you shave your head? Like, how did you do it? And that one woman and the other lady and the other girl, they look like they have a lipstick on, and they're like they dyed their hair. They went to I don't know, stylist or something. Do they have stylists back then? As far as I remember, women had mustaches. These, you know, the cave people. Look, whatever. I can roast Vin Diesel and that ridiculous trailer on that. Don't get me started, please. I call it a Crossroads. Rebirth of Dinosaurs, Crossroads. Fast and the Furious, Rebirth of Dinosaurs, Crossroads. But I love Diesel. I like Mark Vincent. He probably changed his name because he's married. But I know he has a sister. And his sister works at Universal. And his sister owns the studio. They together own the studio. She's pretty cool, man. Vin Diesel's sister, she's pretty cool. And she also works with Universal Studios on the franchise of the Fast and the Furious. She's pretty cool, by the way. But, I mean, like, look, Vin Diesel will always be my brother. You know, like the big brother. I have so much respect for him, especially for Paul Walker and what he did for Paul Walker. But I just wish that he would stop embarrassing himself with these video games, man. Why can't you go back to Riddick? Go back to Riddick. You know, go back to what you do the best, man. The Pitch Black, Riddick games. There's so much of universe on the Riddick video games you can do. Approach these studios. Approach Xbox. Maybe you can do exclusive Xbox game for the Riddick. Get together with Universal Studios, Microsoft, Universal, or whoever, Sony, PlayStation 5, I don't care. But I don't know, man. I have a feeling he's getting bad advice. Somebody, whoever is his agent, I don't know who his agent is, but whoever is his agent is just giving him some bad advice, man. You need to fire your agent, man. I mean, you got to pick and choose better, Vin Diesel. Come on, man. I meant to say Mark Vincent. Should we call him by his real name? Nah, he's Vin Diesel. Okay. Vincent, it's his last name. Mark was his first name, but he probably changed it. But anyway, anywho, I just wish that he would stop embarrassing himself with these stupid, video games like Crossroads. That was a disaster, man. Crossroads, I just don't even know what to say. But I like him. Listen, I mean, I will always respect Vin Diesel. I just wish that he would go back to what he does best. Go back to make another great movie. Do something great, dramatic. Get rid of this Fast and the Furious franchise. Enough is enough. You had enough of the franchise of the Fast and the Furious. Time to end that franchise. It's going nowhere. It's time to do something different. Work with different directors. Work with Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott's getting old. He's 81. He just celebrated his birthday last month. He's 81. Work with Ridley Scott. Work with Christopher Nolan. Work with Sam Mendes. Or the other guy who worked on the Wolverine movie. The Logan movie. James Mangold. What's his name? James something. You got other options, bro. So, just get back on that horse, man. I want the old Diesel back. I want the old Diesel back. That's what I'm saying. I don't want this softy Diesel. I want the old Diesel back. You know, that badass motherfucker Diesel. That's what I want. And we all know who that is. You guys catch my drift. You know what I'm saying. Come on. You know exactly what I'm saying. That's what I want. And I know he can bring that old Vin Diesel back. He can bring him back. I don't know why he's not doing it. But hopefully he will. Alright, let's get back to the game. Looks good. Stadia, as you can see, no bugs, no problems, no issues, no fuss, no muss. Looks great.
Through a trick of the light, she could almost see them waving and calling to her.
Phoenix, again. You may not be your brotherly Giron, but I will make something of you yet.
Hold my shield. Try not to drop it this time.
I didn't see you there.
Jacob Rodriguez? No, I didn't get a chance. And I don't think I will. Till April. Jacob.
Local ghost, can you hear me? You've gone cold.
Till April, Jacob Rodriguez. Till April 15th. And that's okay. Listen, I want to buy a PlayStation 5 with the tax return money. You know, I'm sure I'm gonna owe money that I have to pay, but certain percentage that comes back to me from the IRS, from Internal Revenue, I can use that money as a tax return money, and use that money to buy myself a PlayStation 5 and then the Xbox Series X. It really, listen, April works out for me perfectly. First of all, in April, the newer models, serial models of PlayStation 5 will be much better. They will be more tested. They will run better. They're not going to break down. And the updates will be so much better by April. So when I purchase the PlayStation 5 in April with my tax return money and the Xbox Series X, these will be the new serial models of the consoles. And these new models of the consoles will work much better, more efficient. And that's what I want to do. I want to... It just works out better, man. It's just, to me, April seems like, honestly, the most feasible, best way for me to jump into it. And the most realistic way. And it works, listen, it works out just great. It really works out for me, man. April, I'm happy about April. It works out perfectly. I couldn't have planned it better, man, than April. Like April 15th. Perfectly. What's up, Typico? Yes, be a Black Edition. We'll have Far Cry around the corner. We'll have The Village, hopefully The Village around the corner. And everything will run smoother. Everything will be better. So, yeah, absolutely, man. So for me, April seems like a no-brainer for me. I mean, that's like 100% April. Yeah. This game runs great, man. On Stadia. But anyway, let's go back to... I was just testing some games here. Let's go back to Cyberpunk really quick. I was just testing some games and stuff on Stadia. And look, guys, I understand why people are hesitant. I want you to know that I know. That you know that I know why you're hesitant to jump into cloud gaming. I get it. I'm a physical media buff. I'm going to do a video one of these days to show you how much of physical media I have. I don't think I'll be able to surpass what my friend Cameron D has. My friend Cameron D, he's got over 1,000 Blu-rays and 4K Blu-rays, so he's got tons of movies, man. It's like a mecca of movies. My friend in Toronto, Cameron D, shout out to Cameron D. Go check him out on Instagram. He's also a fitness guru guy, and he's really good at fitness. But getting back to the cloud, I understand. I totally understand why you guys are hesitant to jump into cloud gaming. I know that you understand that you don't have to download anything. You don't have to patch up anything. You can jump into and start playing right away. You can message your friends. You can jump in and start live streaming. This is, by the way, my email. If you guys want to send me any kind of questions, contact me on this email. And this is also Stadia Upscaler 1936. This is where you can, guys, add me on a Stadia. But besides the point, getting back to the cloud, I know why you guys are hesitant. You like to own the games that you pay for. I know that feeling. When you pay for something, you want to have that in your hands. When you spend your hard-earned cash, you want to see that. You want to feel that. Physically, you want to be able to have that in your hands. You want that hard copy. That's what you want. Hard copy of that software. And I completely understand that. Believe me, I know. And that's the one negative about the cloud. is that you don't have ownership of what's on the cloud. And I just want, for the record, everyone to know that I understand that. But the trade-off is that I can switch back between these games within seconds and start playing. And to some people, that's worth the price of the admission. To some people, that's worth paying money for. And we have to respect that other demographics of individuals who appreciate this, you know, the convenient way of playing. Like, for example, last Wednesday, the launch of December 9th, 7 p.m., the launch of Cyberpunk 2077, I didn't have to wait. I didn't have to wait for any patches, for any downloads, for any updates. I was able to start playing Cyberpunk the second it hit 7 o'clock p.m. Boom, right away. Just like right now. Just click on it, and 7 o'clock, boom, I was ready to play. To some people, that's appealing. To some people, that's the advantage, and they can take this experience with them everywhere they go. Okay? We have to cover both positives and negatives, guys. To be truly unbiased, and I don't see that these days. I see divisions of fandom. Like, there's this fandom kingdom, you know. Are you part of Sony, or are you part of Microsoft? Are you part of Nintendo, or are you part of PC Master Race? There is this, like, a fandom division. Tribalism, if you will. What Phil Spencer likes to call it. But to be totally unbiased, guys, to be totally unbiased, you have to cover both positives and negatives. You can't just talk about one, narrative for your brand. Because if all you do is talk just about that one brand narrative, and you don't want to hear any other narratives for other brands, that makes you a fanboy. That means you are fanboying and defending that one certain brand. So you will never be able to be unbiased. You're always going to be biased because you want your brand to be the best brand there is. You want your brand to become like some kind of monolith that creates life or something. I don't know. Blows up into supernova, creating new galaxies. I can honestly say, and I can prove, I have credibility with my 5,600 videos, that I'm 100% unbiased on everything that I do. And yet I still get a lot of shit. I still get a lot of people shit on my channel because they can't accept the fact that I'm not willing to join any of these groups. I had people begging me for Stadia. Please be a Stadia spokesperson. Do you know how much you can help us? I said, I can't do that. Come on, you can help the Sony. Be a Sony spokesperson. Be a Microsoft. Oh, do you know how much you can help the Xbox? Oh, no, I don't do that. Because I am a fan of technology. Whatever the latest, the greatest, the new technology there is, I like to try it. I am a fan of technology. I like to experience technology, and I also like to experience all sorts of different video games. Okay? That's what means being unbiased. And to my point, you probably are waiting, well, where's the point? Where's the punchline? The punchline of my point here is somebody who is unbiased, like me, will always cover positives and negatives on both sides of the aisle. It means when I purchase my Xbox Series X, I will tell you the positives and I will tell you the negatives. When I purchase my PlayStation 5, I'm not just going to geek out about that, DualSense controller and haptic feedback. I'm going to talk about the positives and negatives about that console. That's what a person who is unbiased will do. A person who is not unbiased will be geeking out about that certain console or that certain brand all the way. And I think that's the important thing to remember. And that's what I've been trying to do with Google Stadia, to be unbiased. That's what I've been trying to do with the Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 Pro. And even Oculus Quest, to be honest. You know, it's to be unbiased. And I wish that more people would be unbiased instead of just being biased because they want to protect their brand, because they're so blindly, you know, Sony for life or Microsoft for life or Nvidia for life or AMD for life or whatever. Or Nintendo for life. I haven't heard much from Nintendo fans, you know, and what's going on with that? And look how quickly I can start playing Cyberpunk, switch between Fenyx Rising and Cyberpunk just like that within seconds, and boom, good to go. And look at this. Look how fast. Not even 10 seconds. Ready to go. I have a lot of stuff though. I am carrying a lot of stuff. Well, we got some new pants. I got some new pants over here. Let me see. Oh my god. Hold on. By the way, my character is losing. He lost his penis. His penis is cut off. It's lost itself. My character has an erectile dysfunction. There we go. Now we'll keep it like this. What else do I want to wear? I got tons of stuff. I'm carrying too much crap. Where's my katana? Is this a new jacket? I already have this jacket. I already have it. What is this? Oh, dude. This is cool. I like this better. Nice. Now he looks badass. I need to drop some stuff. Hold on. I think I have too much stuff. I need to go home. Can I call a taxi?
Hey, Del.
How can I be of assistance?
Never really had a good chance to thank you for saving my skin.
Well, of course. You're a valued member of the Excelsior package.
Felt like more than a premium service to me, so thanks.
Get out of the car.
Actually, I gotta go.
I need your car, man. Out of the car. Out of the car. Alright, thank you. I should go home. Hold on. Where's my home? My home. Oh my God, so far away. Jesus, so far away. No, I haven't tried the flying cars yet. I haven't gotten that far. But in the beginning of the game, when I chose the corporation path, I was inside one of them. In the beginning of the game, I tried it. I think flying cars are the best. Wait. Hold on. It's right here, right here. I forgot where I live. Jesus. Oh, there's a hospital right there. I didn't know. I'm living right in downtown, dude. It's like a downtown center. So everything's here. I need to go home so I can unload some of the shit that I'm carrying. Because I got too much shit. I'm carrying too much crap. Come on, come on. Oh my God. Wait, did I miss? Did I miss it? I think I missed it. It's right here. Yep, it's right here. Right next to the police station. That's cool. Look at me, I walk so slow. Because I got so much shit. It's like I'm full of shit, man. Here we go. I'm pretty sure they got a kebab punk.
Are we going to talk about yesterday?
It's all in the report.
Oh, I read it. Except there's no mention of me telling you to Delta the fuck out of there. Yeah, no biggie.
Get in the elevator. Go. I need to unload my shit.
Welcome to N54. It's time for your local news. Violence continues to plague the Badlands. Shootings have been reported along the
multiplayer. It's probably gonna be a long time.
Eyewitness accounts point
probably
to
spring.
Disputes, attacks on
You know, let's be honest. Right now they have a full hands on patching this game up, and that's gonna take a long time to patch this game up. You have to think about that. And by the time they finish patching the game up, and then they're gonna work on the multiplayer and DLCs. You know. But don't expect to see it anytime soon. I got so much stuff. I feel like Death Stranding. Like that video game, Death Stranding. I got so much shit on me. I need to unload. I think it's very refreshing that people can jump into Stadia version at 60 FPS and not worry about any bugs. I think it's pretty cool. Who's this? Excuse me, you're gonna fall down.
Oh, hey there.
Hey, you there. What are you doing? Where's my home?
When danger lurks, Trauma Team will be there. Sign up for our platinum plan today, because your life is worth it.
This is my home.
9999 Trauma Team. Don't forget, you're worth it.
What the hell? Why can't I access my home? What is this nonsense? Oh, I have to go up.
Got another dry, sun-filled week coming your way, Night City. But soak in that sun while you can.
Do you guys know why it's so dark in here? Because these skyscrapers, these huge skylines, these huge towers are making it dark. So you have no idea if it's sunny outside or if it's raining or not, because it's like a dome. Honestly, this is so cool. It's like a dome, being inside a dome.
When danger lurks, Trauma Team will be there. Sign up.
All right. This is my apartment. Close the door. Let's let me unload my shit here. I gotta go here. Put the shit in storage. Open stash. Okay. Transfer. Transfer. What else we got? Yeah, that's better. Woo! That's a load off of my shit. Yeah, so I was carrying too much shit, man. I felt like a Death Stranding guy. What's up, Zini? How you doing, man? What's up? I haven't finished Valhalla. Because I was too busy playing all these other games, too busy playing Cyberpunk. It's impossible for me to play all these other games. But Valhalla is interesting. It's an interesting game. I really haven't dived deep too much into the game to kind of give you the answer. Is it worth it? Not worth it? It's an Assassin's Creed game. You're being, recruited by the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And that's pretty much what it is. You're being approached by the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Every game, it's dealing with these Assassin's Creed Brotherhoods that turn into, obviously, known as Illuminatis. Very powerful Illuminatis for centuries. They've been ruling the planet. And, of course, they're ruling the planet. Why wouldn't they? Because they put their hands into every continent, into every history. So that's pretty much where the game is. Whether you're playing the Greek lady or the Greek person, or whether you're playing a Viking or a cowboy or whatever, you're gonna be approached by these Assassin's Creeds, Brotherhoods, and that's pretty much the bottom line on every game. I think by now everyone should know that. That's what the Assassin's Creed it's about. It's a sci-fi game, because you are pretty much diving into the past and you are uncovering the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which is also known as the, well, if you want to call it, Illuminati society, secret society. I mean, Assassin's Creed, it's reeking of conspiracy theory. You know, that game, it's reeking of. Even Jade Raymond, when she worked on that game, was really about exposing the history and, you know, this secret cabal for centuries that has been ruling the planet. So I don't know. Hopefully this helps you out. Let me save the game. Hold on. Let me save the game. I'm gonna have to pretty soon head out of here because I gotta go somewhere, and it's already 8 o'clock. Man, I got tons of content for you guys. There's tons of content for you to look. Seriously, I've been working my ass off since Wednesday. I haven't stopped since Wednesday. Let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 7 days. I've been like non-stop. I'm gonna take a little breather, you know. But if there's something that you guys need to know, I'll always make a video. You know, if something that's that's informative, that maybe you should know about. Before I go, there's really nothing wrong with a PlayStation 4 Pro version. It works. It plays. There's some bugs here and there. I'm not saying that you're not going to encounter some bugs here and there. There will be there from time to time. You'll see the cars look blurry. You'll see the characters become blurry. But is it something that you're going to bump into non-stop? No. On the base PlayStation 4 version, you will encounter that non-stop. It's unplayable. On the base Xbox One and Xbox One S, you're going to bump into that non-stop. But on the PlayStation 4 Pro, it's doable. It works, but be prepared here and there to see some, you know, some weird shit, you know, like car appear, disappear, you know, stuff like that. A big giant truck appear, disappear, you know, here and there. But it's doable. It's doable. However, on the Xbox One X, to be honest, I haven't encountered, like, honestly, I haven't encountered any bugs so far. Now, I need to spend more time, to be fair. When it comes to the Xbox One X, I need to spend more time. Maybe I should do a live stream on Friday to play throughout the maybe 8 hours of Xbox One X to see if we can bump into any bugs. And I think 8 hours could really give you some clarification. If I do a live stream of Cyberpunk for 8 hours on Friday, that could give you some clarification. Hey, is there really bugs? Can we bump into some bugs, right? But so far, I really haven't bumped into any issues or problems. It's locked at 30 FPS and it stays at 30 FPS, but not a problem, you know, to me. PC version, the patch update 1.04. I did a video earlier today. I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, PC version, obviously. If you have a Intel, if you have i5 or i7 processor, use Intel. Don't use AMD. If you're using AMD Ryzen, be prepared to drop down to 24, in some cases 23 frames per second. It is ridiculous. Okay? Even at 1080p, I was at 26 frames per second. That's unplayable, man. I'm not going to play that. Like, you can forget me about that. It was terrible, but that's because of AMD. If you have NVIDIA and Intel, I always prefer Intel, guys. i5, i6, i7. I will always prefer Intel. Even though I know Ryzen has 12 cores, 24 threads. I know there's an i9 processor, right? There's an i9 processor, right? They do have i9, do they? How many cores? 16 cores? Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. But if you have Intel, go with the Intel. But if you have AMD, Ryzen, there's nothing you can do about it. The patch update's not going to do anything. The drivers will not do anything. It's unplayable. I mean, 26 frames per second, that's unacceptable to me. Like, you can forget me about that. So, if you have Intel, i5, i7 processor, and NVIDIA RTX 2000 series, let me tell you, man, the game looks beautiful. And I think PC, it's where you're going to truly appreciate how beautiful the game looks. Just look at Linus Tech Tip and what he was able to achieve with his computer that was created by Origin. He's sponsored by Origin, so it's the Origin computer. It's a really high-end PC. And he was testing it on a 88-inch LG OLED. Hey, LG, we got to talk. You got to send me that 8K television. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do it. Come on. But I don't know where I'm going to put that son of a bitch. It's too big, man. But it would be nice to test it. I know that people cannot... I don't know. I know what, man? What would be the point? I was really thinking about this. Maybe for my own pleasure. But what's the point of me testing a television that costs $10,000? You guys not going to spend $10,000 on a television, 8K OLED. Even if LG was to send it to me, like, what would be the point? People are going to say, well, this, I don't care. You might as well make a review on Bugatti. I can't afford a Bugatti. That's like watching Dr. Disrespect driving his Lamborghini. Like, you know what? Come on, Doc. People cannot afford that Lamborghini you driving. They cannot afford that big giant mansion of a house you have. Okay, come on, dude. You know. So unless you want to brag about it, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I guess you want to brag about it. That's like the only reason. But so I wouldn't see any reasons why would I want to. Even if LG wants to send me something like that, I would probably say, nah. What's the point? You know. No one's gonna care. You know. I mean, do you have $10,000 to just lay out? All right, guys, I gotta get going. I'm gonna catch you soon. I'm gonna take a little break tomorrow and the next day. I'll be back on Friday. Like I said, man, I've been working my ass off. Seriously, since Wednesday, I haven't stopped. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Man, I've been just working. I try to cover Cyberpunk as much as I can, and honestly, I think I probably that I know of, probably put more effort than anyone out there covering all of the versions of the game. I've really dedicated so much to the Cyberpunk. I mean, if I haven't showed my pledge of allegiance to CD Projekt Red, then I don't know who had pledged the allegiance the way I did since Wednesday 7 p.m. And it's all there for you guys to check and see, to watch. All of these videos are there for you to watch them, you know. All right, so I gotta go. Oh, you've been trying to get a hold of, hold on, Zini has a question. I should answer this question to him. Zini, here's the thing. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to be patient. Don't think about it. Just let it go. Focus on something else. Forget about a 3000 graphics card. Just forget about that it even exists at the moment. At the moment, focus on what you have. Focus on what you are currently using and use that. But right now, 3000 series, it's something that you're not going to see till probably summer, like May, like April, May, where you're going to be able to get one. Because by then, April, May, there's going to be plenty of them in stock, and the scalpers, they won't need them anymore because they need to sell them. And if they're not selling them, if they made their money, if they sold plenty of them, they will not have to restock on those graphics cards. So therefore, there won't be any reason for them to restock, to purchase these 3000 series graphics cards when majority of people already have them. If majority of people have them, then whom they gonna sell it to, right? They don't want to resupply. They're in business of making money. They're not in business of consumption. They're in business of making money, and they're not gonna consume graphics cards that majority of people will have by April and May. So you're gonna have to hang in there. I know it's a long time till the end of April, but you're gonna have to hang in there and wait. Right now, it's out of the question. You're not gonna get one. You're not gonna get PlayStation 5. You're not gonna get Xbox Series X. You're not gonna get what else you have? 69 XT Radeon. You're not gonna get 6800 XT Radeon. You're not gonna get none of that. Not even 3060. Not even 3070. It's just not gonna happen. I'm being 100% with you. As a matter of fact, I left the comment on the Quartering channel. He was talking about the Best Buy disaster, and I left a comment. I said, I want to be 100% with all of you here to tell you that just forget about any of this. The only way, Zini, the only way, if I can call you Zini, the only way you might have a chance of securing 3000 series is if you know somebody who knows a friend of a friend who is willing to sell you the card for a reasonable price. Or if you know a manager who knows another district manager who works at Micro Center or Best Buy or what have you, and they can hold a 3000 series graphics card for you when the shipment comes back. They can hold it for you, and then you can come back to the store and do a transaction with a district manager or manager, and they can process the transaction for you if you have that kind of a connection. But who has that kind of a connection, right? I mean, there's people out there who have that connection, but let's be honest, majority of people don't have that kind of a connection. So that's like the only way that you can possibly get one. If you have a connection, if you know somebody. But if you don't, man, April, May, spring, that's your best bet, bro. And I'm being honest. All right, guys. Or Micro Center. Micro Center is your best bet. If you're in California, they don't have Micro Center here in Florida, but they do have it in California. They do have it in other parts of the country, states. So good luck. Listen, man, I hope you can get one. I hope you can have one. But I'm just being like I'm being just honest with you. I'm being reasonable with everybody. It's just don't get your hopes too high. Because you're not helping yourself. When you do that, you're just making yourself agitated. You're getting yourself hyper about something that's not worth it. Getting your health hyper about just wait and see what happens. Or if you get lucky, you get lucky. There's always that. Don't give up on trying. Keep trying. But my whole point here is keep trying, but you gotta keep realism at the highest level. Means you have to be realistic. Zini. You know, if you don't have any connections, if you don't know anybody, it's going to be very difficult for you to get anything. Even for me, getting a new camera, which I need to buy a new camera, man, it's getting very difficult. Hey, that's how bad situation is. The cameras are on shortage. The microphones are on shortage. Because people are working from home, they need cameras, they need microphones. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care. I will. You too, guys. Have a good one, though. Be good.